Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Citi 97.3 FM. This is welcome to number 11, Dr. Martin Lupin Adabraka. We are about to launch the Premier League campaign or the Premier League coverage on this lovely network, 97 FM, between now and May 2022. This will be the home of Premier League, of all things F Cup. Thank you very much for joining us. If you are listening to us on radio, thank you for making us a part of your Saturday. This is Citi 97.3 FM. My name is Nathan Kwao. We are having this event and it's live and it's taking place at our rooftop here in Adabraka. So thank you once again for making us a part of your Saturday. And we are live on Facebook as well. So if you are somewhere and you cannot be here, because primarily you probably didn't make the guest list or something. If you're on that guest list and you can't be here, just watch us on Facebook and it will be all well and good. My name is Nathan Kwa once again. Thank you very much. We'll be having all kinds of amazing people. Citi Sports editor Fento Tahir will be joining us in a bit. We'll be interacting with the people here. We get to enjoy the Community Shield, which is the curtain raiser, the game that tells us that the English League season or the Premier League season is about to go off. We'll have that between 4 and hopefully 6 p.m. between Manchester City, who are league champions, and Leicester City, who are FA Cup champions. So before we do anything, a round of applause for yourselves, all those gathered here. Thank you very much. Thank you to everybody who's made the event possible, the back team, the backroom staff, technical, sound, everybody. Citi Sports editor Fento Tahiru and his boys, including me. Thank you so much for making it happen. We will begin, our guests are arriving, and we'll be joined by some very, very interesting people who love football as much as the next man, but, are not journalists, but they love their football. I can see, is that the Honorable Member of Parliament for Ningo Pram Pram, Honorable Sam Nate George is here, repping the Arsenal, repping the Gunners, and hoping that this season will go well for Mikel Arteta and his men. And we'll be joined by other people as well. So please, if you're on our invited list, please make your way to our offices in Adabraka and let's have this event. All right, let me start off by inviting Citi Sports editor Fento Tahiru Fento, the Tumu Jon Snow, the champion himself, one of the biggest Chelsea fans around, to tell us why we are here, or to give us the welcome address. Fento, thank you very much. For the round of applause for Fento Tahiru Fento.
Thank you.
Tumu Jon Snow. Tumu VVD. Tumu Rudiger.
Yeah. Thank you, Nathan. Very good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to our launch of the 2021-2022 Premier League season. This is going to be a very interesting ceremony, of course. We're running from now till 6 p.m. Of course, the live commentary of the Community Shield game between Leicester City and Man City will be the ultimate crowning moment for this event. But basically, the reason we are gathered here is to talk about the impending season in the Premier League. Citi FM, as you're aware, for more than 10 years has been the home of the Premier League, on radio in particular. And it's been a very exciting journey. And this season is another opportunity for us to bring you unrivaled commentary from our partners, Talk Sports. And it's an incredible avenue, really, for Premier League football, because every time, lots of people are always moving around. And when you move around, the most important thing is to keep in touch. That's what Citi FM does. It ensures that you're always constantly in touch with your teams. Wherever the action is, we bring it to you. All 380 games. Of course, there are times when, because of discretion, we're unable to bring you some of those matches. But we have the exclusive rights for every single one of those matches this season again and the seasons to come. So that's what it's going to be. We've been on this journey with several sponsors. So we'll have some of us talk to us about some of the products that they offer and why they continue to be a part of the Premier League coverage. Our general manager will tell us about the incredible marriage long-lasting marriage between Citi FM and Talk Sport, and also the commentary that we bring you, the team of commentators. A little later, of course, I also introduce you to our Premier League coverage team, and I work with an incredible array of resource persons from all kinds of backgrounds who have over the years brought you unrivaled analysis. There are people who tell me every single time that they will watch the first half of the match, tune off the TV, and let's go and listen to radio just because they need to hear what our panelists have to say. That is incredible testament to the quality of the people we have paraded over the years to try and bring you Premier League commentary. So basically, we've got a cocktail bar here as well. So all those who are invited, you can make yourself comfortable, get yourself a drink. And as that's right. But the Premier League coverage, as you're aware, is being sponsored, of course, by Betway, who have been part of this journey for the past 5 years. We are also being supported by APSA, of course. And this year, we have brand new sponsors joining us. Good Day Energy Drink, which will ensure that our panelists will keep going and going and going. Incredible guests are all arriving. If you're part of this program, you're on your way, you better hurry up, because you don't hurry up, the fun might be over. But it's been an incredible journey here at Citi Sports. Our marriage with the Premier League has been absolutely phenomenal, and I can't be happy that we're renewing for another brand new season. So without much ado, we've got some very troublesome guests here as well. You know, that's the beauty of the Premier League. All those who are winners compete. Those who don't win also compete. And you know, it's the competition that matters, right? Playing some. It's not all about winning. That's the beauty of competition. There are teams that play the Premier League for the fun of it. Every season they go back, they plan, they just want to participate. Participation is good too, and we appreciate their effort every single season. But lots of new signings have been made. This promises to be another exciting season, and I really can't wait to tell you all about some of the products we've put in place, or some of the products we've come up with to ensure that the coverage is even more exciting than it was last season. So one more time, all of you, you're welcome. Put your hands together for yourself. Once again, that's more like it. Enjoy yourselves, and ultimately, we get to enjoy Leicester City against Man City. Thank you very much.
A round of applause for Fento Tahiru. He's a Citi Sports editor. Like he said, it's another season. 9 to 10 months of, why he didn't score, those things. And then when it ends, we all relax and we pray it comes back again. Another 9-10 months of, when your team loses on a Saturday, you wake up Sunday morning asking if it really happened. Yes, it did happen. So that's what we are going to experience between now and the end of the season. So if you are listening to us, would love to hear from you. I don't know how Fento and his guys can route us some comments. Would love to get some comments as well. So we'll try and see if we can get some comments. Drop your comments on the Facebook feed if you are watching us via Facebook, and I would love to read all those comments. Like we said, crowning all of this is the Community Shield at 4 p.m. Defending league champions Manchester City go up against FA Cup winners Leicester City for the right to pick up the first piece of silverware. Some call it a friendly, some say it's a competitive game, some say it's a glorified friendly. Whatever it is, in the end, one team will walk away with a trophy or a shield. Another team will be walking away empty-handed. And like Fen said, we'll be hearing from all kinds of people. We'll hear from the team members who will be bringing you the coverage, both the journalists and the broadcasters and the pundits. We'll be hearing from the big people at Citi FM, explaining to you why we are on this journey once again, because it's a very, very critical part of our program offering here at 97.3 Citi FM. And we'll also be hearing from the sponsors. We find out what it is that they love about this product, that they keep this marriage going and going and going. So that's what we'll be doing here between now and about 4 p.m. So right about now, I think I can pass the mic around. Fans have the mic here. We can pass it around and hear from fans. I can see Liverpool fans. There's even a Barcelona fan here.
There is.
I don't know if now Barca wants to be in the Premier League. I don't know. Chelsea fans in the mix.
Nathan, what are the odds that he's an Arsenal fan? But he's not proud. So.
Okay, don't worry. We'll get to that in a bit. There are some Arsenal fans. Like I said, Honorable Sam Nate George is here. We'll get Last night he was absolutely on fire on Sports Panorama.
Oh boy.
He got the Arsenal fans really excited. Would love to hear from him. There are some Arsenal fans in the house as well. Fine. So let's listen to some of the people who are here. Let's get their expectations ahead of the season.
Yes.
Maybe first of all, we can ask them what it is about Citi FM's coverage of the Premier League that they like so much, and then we can proceed to other big things.
I've got Liverpool fans here. I see them. I've got Chelsea representing. Arsenal is representing. Man United representing. Spurs are not here.
Yet.
Even though they were invited. You know,
I'm sure they'll be here.
You know, I think they chickened out as they do.
No, they'll be here.
Oh,
they'll be here.
The Spurs fans are. I mean, that's what Spurs do. Like
Spurs will be here
every season.
They'll be here. Don't worry.
They bottled it, including the invitation.
What?
Perennial bottlers. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Nimley is over there.
A round of applause for Coach Christopher Nimley.
Yeah, from Pond there as well. All right, what's your name?
I'm Sefa Steven.
Sefa, first of all, what is it about Citi FM's coverage of the Premier League that you like so much? And why are you here?
The pundits.
Okay.
So good. Anytime I'm out, I make sure my radio is on it.
Okay.
Because I don't want to miss it.
Okay.
Very, very good analysis. Okay. Everything on point. It is just as like you watching it live.
Okay.
So I really, really enjoy it.
Okay. Thank you. Great. Let me get your thoughts on your team, Liverpool. Last year or 2 seasons ago, they were also playing in the Community Shield. Today, they are not because,
That was last year.
That was last season, yes. They took on, who was it? Was it Arsenal? Arsenal, yes. So your thoughts on Liverpool, what have you made of their preparations for the season? Do you think that they'll be in the title equation next May when the prizes are being handed out?
Of course. We are always contenders. Yes, because many a times the pundits normally write us off.
Are you sure?
Of course, yes. Just because of City buying, Chelsea buying, so they
but Liverpool and City are people's favorites to win the league.
Oh no! Last year we were.
Yeah.
But this year they are tipping the likes of Chelsea, City, just because of the kind of players they've bought.
Okay.
Yes. But something that they should not forget is we still have our core.
Okay.
Our players are still there.
Yeah.
Van Dijk, who was out for most of the season, he carried us through 2 seasons ago, and he is back.
Okay.
So they should expect us.
Okay.
We are coming so strong. So strong.
All right.
Yes,
so
we are going to pull a big surprise.
A big surprise.
Yes.
Interesting. I don't know why people would think Liverpool aren't in the mix, but they are always in the mix. Let's hear from the other Liverpool fan, Kofigo. He's a very popular Liverpool fan. He's part of the Liverpool fraternity to which a lot of other people belong. Kofigo, one, why do you like Citi FM's coverage of the Premier League? And 2, your own expectations of Liverpool as the season starts sometime next weekend.
Do you know one thing? When we are leading, especially when Liverpool is leading, I love listening to the halftime pundits because especially coach. But when we are losing, I don't listen, honestly, because because he said, I'm a fan by me. You see? So it's all supporters behave. So when you are leading, you love to listen to the pundit. But when you are losing, it's very difficult to listen to the pundit. But it's good to listen to City most of the time. Especially from Friday. We start the build-up on Friday. You see, the sports panorama is one of things that if you want to learn, you learn from then. After then, the Premier League talk show takes off.
Okay.
So I listen to City most of the time. This season, wow, last season was a little bit shambolic season. In the beginning was good, the middle was bad. Especially in January, Liverpool always face problem. If you realize 2-3 seasons ago, January is a problem for Liverpool. But last season we won the league. January was a good season for us. The moment you have a good season in January, you can win the league.
Okay.
Van Dijk injury cost us a lot. And Klopp was stubborn. If Klopp had that bold decision to let the young guys play the centre back, not using Fabinho and Henderson at the centre back, could have been a different story.
Okay.
Because even though we lost 7-2 against Aston Villa, we were leading the league table. After we won 7-0 against Crystal Palace, then we drew 1-1 against West Brom. Then everything went off. Shambolic season started until we got FA Cup 2 goals against Man United. then things start changing. So I think this season, the only thing club need to do is make sure he has that core. That core, we pray for injury free.
Okay.
Because when you have injury, mind you, January, we'll lose 2 key players. Salah and Mane will leave him. As for Naby Keita, it's a scammer. So I don't want to add him to Liverpool squad. As for that guy, it's a scammer.
What has he done?
Come on. A whole African player. I don't know whether he don't visit the grandmother when he comes to Africa. Like what happened to Aubameyang?
Yeah.
It's like I'm surprised. A whole African player who always don't play full season. So I'm really surprised. So I don't add him to Liverpool's team.
Okay.
But the only thing club have to do now, there's no Wanyadom, a player who can play all the season without injury. Now you have Thiago, who is another injury pro. You need to work on the young ones, like a player like Woodburn, Javier Elliott, and Curtis Jones. Those are the boys that have to pick it up.
Okay.
Especially like someone like Origi.
Okay.
Origi is now like white elephant in Liverpool because he has won everything that he wants as a young boy. If club is not signing any player, he needs to motivate those guys. Because January, you are going to lose Salah and Mane. Those are the people who are giving you 40 goals in a season, 35 goals in a season. Firmino is not his peak. You now have Shaqiri, Chamberlain. You need to work on Chamberlain and Divock Origi. These are the things we need to get our points before those big guys come to Nations Cup. If you can do that, I think the league against City, that's the same thing happened last season. When City won the league, and the gap between Liverpool and City was 25 points.
Yeah.
Then they asked club, 25 points, can you catch City? He said, you are not playing against City alone. We came to win the league. Even though we are struggling, we win the league. And we learn from how to win it. Definitely, defending the league is one of the difficult things in England. But this season, mark it here. When I say we,
You mean Liverpool?
Liverpool.
Yeah.
You see, the name Liverpool is a big brand. You see, we shall never walk alone.
Okay.
And I say, the founder and the chief administrator of You Never Walk Alone Ghana is me, Francis Chiramateki Kufigo. I'm saying it today. That's coming what May. Next year May. Watch the time. We are winning the Premiership.
Okay, all right. Bold words. Usually these programs are taped and recorded. We can always fetch the voice.
Don't worry.
No, but that's okay. I mean, that's fine. So, Kofigo saying that Liverpool will win the league. Liverpool fans really, really confident. Let's pass the mic round. Let's hear from Honorable Sam George. Yeah, sure, no more. Sam, how are you doing?
Charlie Blow.
Your thoughts on last night? Last night was a very crazy session on radio. This is a bit more tempered. Your expectations of Arsenal. Lots of people look at Arsenal and they are trying to understand what exactly Arsenal are up to these days. What do you think, or how do you envisage the season playing out for Arsenal?
People will still not understand that. That's the beauty of Arsenal.
That's the beauty of Arsenal.
If they can understand you, then they will be able to play you out.
Okay.
So they won't understand us. And it is a special calling to be an Arsenal fan. It's a special calling.
All right.
It's not being an Arsenal fan is not for everybody.
Okay.
You understand me? Catch up well.
All right.
You can't be part if you are not part.
Okay.
So for those of us who have been called, those of us who understand, it's the same way you can't understand why somebody will wake up and say he wants to be a doctor. And when he's supposed to be sleeping at night, then they will call him that there's an emergency. And he says, I like the job, I'm going. Somebody is a politician. Every day he will wake up, they will insult him. He will still go and take a loan and drive a V8 again every 4 years. You don't understand why. You see, it is all of these reasons why you can't understand why we are also Arsenal fans.
Okay.
So those of us who have been called, we understand.
Only you understand the calling.
And we know that we are Gunners. And we know that this season we are going to play Champions League.
Wow.
That is what we are interested in.
But how is that going to happen where you have to deal with the likes of Man City, Man United, Chelsea? Some people might add Leicester.
No, Jay was an ini.
And Liverpool.
Jay was an ini. The 5 teams should select 3.
And then you take one.
We have one of the 4. We have taken one of the 4. We don't care whether it is 1, 2, 3 or 4. Bottom line is we are inside. So the others, the other 4, 5 or whatever clubs, they should draw sticks.
Yeah.
Do their own balloting and select 3 to join us to go and play Champions League.
Okay.
Case closed. Magana Yakari.
Tell me, Should that not happen, do you think it will be curtains for Mikel Arteta?
How will it not happen?
I'm just asking. Should it not, in the worst case scenario,
It's like asking
Arsenal
me,
finishing fifth?
The question you're asking me is like whether me tomorrow I'll support the LGBTQ.
Oh,
It's not possible.
so Arsenal will finish top 4.
I say Arsenal is finishing top 4. Don't ask me about 5 or 6. That one is not my business. If you want to ask me a question, ask me how do I think we'll make number 3 or number 2 or number 1. But number 5 and 6, Chelsea be the small teams. The small teams that are coming up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lots of people say that Arsenal should have been a bit more active in the window, getting more players in. Some people don't seem to think that Arsenal have done the best kind of business.
Quality over quantity.
Okay.
Quality over quantity.
Ben White is quality.
Oh, Charlie, in England, he's way better than many of the others that people are running around with.
But he didn't feature for England in the Euros.
What?
He didn't play for England.
I'm not supporting England. I'm supporting Arsenal.
Okay.
So I mean, we've got good quality, and for us, you see, we don't just run into the market and run around. You see, we have a philosophy in Arsenal where we run a financially prudent model.
Okay.
Okay. What has happened to the likes of Barcelona and Co. will never happen to Arsenal. Never. I mean, we are a
financially sound.
Financially sound. Like a COVID loan, we are here. What pay?
Okay.
Whilst all the other so-called big clubs in England are still thinking of how to pay, we've paid off our 120 million pounds.
Then you're
we're a good club. You see, so we like it the way we are running. We are the pride of London, the Queen's heartbeat, the red and white.
Okay.
Oh, Charlie, that's all.
All
You see,
right.
the only problem we have, Charlie, this one is radio. I won't say it. The problem we have is the person who came to consecrate the Emirates. It's a gay bishop.
Do you know that for a fact?
Oh yes.
So you feel that
Germany is we are going to do some purification
so that
sometime.
things will change.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yes, but as far as the Gunners,
You are in the top 4.
top 4, we've taken our slot. You see, it is part of the reason why VAR the rules were even changed. So you see.
Wow, interesting. So that's Honorable Sam Nate George, MP for Ningopa. A round of applause for him. He says Arsenal will finish in the top 4. As for the other teams, find your position. They have one. So find yours and join them play Champions League football. Because next season they are in the Champions League spots. All right, Christopher Nimley. Let's have a round of applause for Christopher Nimley, the fan favorite. The rabbi.
We just discipline Everton 4-0.
It's a pre-season game.
Can't worry. One hit. Next week, being at least, I'm my age. I occupy these people this season.
But they are buying Lukaku.
Forget him no more.
Yeah, I mean, that will be done. Are you not afraid?
Of who? King Luka?
Yes.
Yesterday, I said something on Sports Panorama. You were so much afraid of that 2 legs. Lukaku.
See, Chris, this is my point. You know that certain players are motivated by revenge, right? So it doesn't matter. Chelsea may lose, but Lukaku will get his goal because he needs it for his own personal.
There's a certain player that we've acquired who's always supported Man United, who should have been at Man United 10 years ago.
But he's now joining
the come home. So would he sit there and allow Lukaku because of some form of hatred for the manager?
Well,
Varane, no more.
Anyway, Chris, thank you for joining. It's another season is here.
Yeah, my brother.
We're about to do 9 or 10 months of this crazy roller coaster called the Premier League.
Exactly.
What are your own expectations, just generally, before we zone in on how you think the season will play out for our dear Man United?
For me, I pray God that quickly, without delay, this COVID thing should come to an end, because one thing that I really missed, especially from the middle of last season to the end, was our road shows, because it's a huge part of what we do, taking the program to the people out there. And you know, you and myself, we are aware that anywhere we go, people just follow us like that. But because of COVID, we're not able to do most of our road shows. I pray that this season it will get better. And for me, the season is going to be very, very difficult. Yesterday, Honorable Fifi Kwete said something that it's been unlike the English Premiership, where in the past 3 seasons, I believe, a team won it 19 points and then 12. No, it has to be that close. That's why I'm happy with the sort of marketing that the teams are doing. When I say market, I'm referring to the transfer market. You've got Chelsea strengthening in Romelu Lukaku. Mine old Manchester United, Jadon Sancho, a minimum of 20 assists, a minimum of
Oh dear Lord.
12 to 15 goals. You see, that is the figure. Those are the stats. They don't lie. Bruno Awareness, as usual, in his second full season. You saw him this afternoon, isn't it? Absolutely pumped and ready to deliver. Anthony Martial, last season wasn't the best.
With
He's
the shaved head. These days he has a shaved head.
He's now a grown-up man. 25 years. This is his time. And if you look at Man City, the sort of things they are doing, Jack Grealish, is he truly worth £100 million? Sincerely, I don't think so. But who am I to doubt Pep Guardiola? When Guardiola says he's the one he needs, you don't doubt him. And if you look at what Liverpool
But that was Villa's. That was what Villa put into his release. That was the release clause.
you had to pay.
Yes,
If
to
you
get
don't-
the player,
if
you
you
pay
don't
the
need
amount.
him, you
Yes,
don't pay.
let's go and sit down
And
quietly.
I really hope that Liverpool would do something for business, because I still do believe that they are going to fall short. And listening to Kofigo, this is something I didn't even think about yesterday. That in January,
Yeah, there's an
Sadio
AFCON to be
Mane
played.
and Mohamed Salah are going to come to the African continent to play in the AFCON tournament. And when those two guys are absent, you can't count on Bobby Firmino. Diego Jota, no. He cannot step, he won't step up. So Liverpool have to do a bit more business. On the part of Arsenal, I was hoping that by now they should have taken the decision on who will be the main man up front. I still believe that Mikel Arteta is uncertain. Is he sticking with Lacazette, or he's going to trade Lacazette for another striker? He needs to decide, because the competition is that keen, to the extent that if you are undecided, by the time you realize you'll be languishing somewhere that you don't want to be. So for me, I believe that I'm impressed with whatever Manchester United have done for a while now. I mean, we've done some good business. Sancho and Varane, take it or leave it. Believe it or choose not to believe it. They will make Man United better.
Okay.
No two ways about that. And with Paul Pogba looking very certain that he will stay at Man United against the wish of so many people, we can only get better and better, not only in quality, but of course, in results accumulation. United will accumulate many points. And the fact that they came second, people like to blame Ole. That people like to blame Ole, like my good friend here who just passed by. He is of the look, but Ole has had 2.5 seasons with Man United.
Let me
This
ask you
is
a
his
question.
third
When do
season.
you think that it should? When do you think the decision should be made on Ole if this project still doesn't work?
You see, I'm going to liken Ole to Sir Alex Ferguson.
You think that he should have the
You
free
can
time?
see you can see the progression. This team is going the right direction. Unless you see, Man United, we were used to winning. We were very used to winning things. Now that it isn't like that, we are a bit worried. But look, I can see the light. I can see the sort of project Ole is building. He's built a very young team full of young guys who are already experienced. Believe you me, United under Ole, if it doesn't change and we are to keep the players we have and get rid of the dead woods, the Matic, the Phil Jones, those people, we need to take those guys off the wage bill.
Okay.
Phil Jones's money alone can pay Saul Niguez. So Ben,
It looks like you are really obsessed with Saul Niguez.
he will come. You see,
I don't get
I
it.
started telling you this about 2 seasons ago.
Anyway,
When I
you
said-
wrap it up. Let's hear from
Yeah,
the Chelsea
so-
fans, and they've got a good
You
representation
see,
here.
Manchester
And then we hear
United-
from the Manchester City fans. You know, Manchester City fans. I think there's only one wearing a Man. Obed is wearing a Man City. I know he doesn't support Man City. Oh yes, Richard Mensah, OJ. Response to Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah.
Yes, respond. He is. I would like to hear from him. Oh, quickly, Chris.
Yes,
Let's hear from the Chelsea
so
fans.
You asked about our Manchester United.
Yeah, our dear Manchester United.
Gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ ẹ́.
Ibrahim Ona.
Kojo mọ̀ ẹ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ṣì. No na mi ṣe. Ejo. Ejo. Ejo.
Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Christopher Nimley. All right, let's pass the mic round. Yes, good. Let's hear from David Amofa. David Amofa is a key part of the Chelsea fraternity in Ghana. David, hi. Nice to have you here.
Hello. I think nice to meet you again.
Okay, nice to meet you too.
And nice to be here, with the Citi team.
Okay.
I know we've come a long way, when we started up a long time ago, and we are all glad to be here. So, as you all know, the Chelsea Supporters Club is the premier supporters club in Ghana, having been established in 2012 as the only silver category supporters club in Africa. So, we really joining Citi TV because you're doing a very good thing with Talk Sport. I think all over the years, you've done a lot to really raise the flag of the EPL in Ghana. And anytime, anywhere around the world, all you have to do is to tune in your radio to Citi FM and you wouldn't miss commentary live on action. So we are here, Chelsea supporters. As you all know, we don't want to talk much. We are the proud European champions. We're proud European champions, and we are proud to be here, and we are proud to support you in this event.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for David. David is key part of that. He's, I can say, the father of the Chelsea Supporters Club of Ghana. Like he said, the only.
Let me correct you. He's the president.
He's the president. Okay, the president. All right. Thank you for that correction.
Nathan, I'm not very pleased with the way you introduced Chelsea.
What is it again?
Champions of Europe. You can't just say the Chelsea supporters are also here. That's not enough. The supporters.
It's a Premier League. Okay, so we can add. Okay, Chelsea defending UEFA Champions League winners.
Thank you. Chelsea are not. Hold on.
Okay, if that's the case, friends, then we can say Liverpool. They won the Champions League 2 years ago or 3 years ago.
No. Currency.
But I guess, Chelsea defending Champions League. A round of applause for Chelsea, please.
Thank you. They are not defending champions they are champions of Europe.
Yes, but they're not defending.
They have not started playing the competition. If the world ends today, they are champions of Europe.
Okay, Chelsea are champions of Europe. It's okay. Let's hand them that. They are champions of Europe.
Thank you.
Let's hand them that.
Thank you. So you refer to Chelsea as champions of Europe.
Okay.
Man City are champions of England.
Yes.
Man United are. What are they?
They finished second in the league. All right. Let's move it on. Let's hear from the big people at Citi FM, the people who decided to go on this trip many years ago, and we are all part of this journey now. So, ladies and gentlemen, with a round of applause, I'd like to welcome my boss, Bernard Avle, General Manager of Citi FM, Citi TV, to give us a few words. What? Okay.
Bernard has.
Okay. Bernard has. We'll get to hear from him. But let's hear from our very good friends at Betway. They've been our friends for the last 5 or so years, and they always love being with us. We love being with them. So let's welcome with a round of applause Kwabena Nkrumah. He runs the show at Betway. Please, a round of applause for Kwabena.
So we at Betway have been partners with you guys for the last 4 or so years. Yes. Betway turns 5 in Ghana this year. And throughout our period here, we've been associated with the Premier League on Citi. It's exciting to see the interactions that go on online. And this year, we are using it as an opportunity, having learned that we have a lot of punters amongst us, and a lot of people that are able to do the punditry. This year, we are rolling out a Pundits Promo, which is free to play, and all they need to do is go in and answer the questions, and every month, 10K goes to the person with the most points, 100K at the end of the season for the biggest punter. So for all of you guys that sit down and chat and say, oh, this guy could do this goals will come, all of that is there now for this season. And we are looking to do a lot more on air with you as the season goes on and make this exciting for the guys that tune in and are on the road. Some of them are in the office, but they are tuned in on radio, etc. So let's make it happen this season. Thank you. Okay, Kwabena, thank you very much. Round of applause for Kwabena Nkrumah. He's marketing head at Betway. Okay. All right, so we'll be launching officially at halftime of the Community Shield. Community Shield kicks off in about 25 or so minutes.
between Manchester City, who are league champions, and FA Cup winners, Leicester City. So I'd like to welcome back Fento Tahiru. He's City Sports Editor. A round of applause for Fento. He's about to introduce the team that will be guiding you through 10 or so months of the Premier League coverage on Citi FM and by extension on Citi TV. Fento.
All right, so thank you very much. So for those of you who are ardent listeners of Citi FM, I'm sure a lot of the voices are very familiar. Not all of them you've seen on TV, but most of them, of course, you recognize already. But it's also important for us to try and put the spotlight on them so you can put some faces to some of the names and some of the voices you hear on radio. As you're aware, our broadcast always starts on Saturday, runs through Sunday, sometimes Monday Night Football, all the way to midweek, and then the cycle continues all over again. If you're a regular listener, of course, you will know that on Saturdays, it's always anchored by one man. When he turns on the microphone, he says, "This is Premier League Live. My name is Benjamin Nketia." Ladies and gentlemen, Nketia over there. Put your hands together for him. That's our Saturday anchor. Whether he's a Liverpool fan or a Real Madrid fan, they're still up for debates now. It's still up for debates now. Clear the air. When Liverpool is winning, he's a Liverpool fan. When Real Madrid are winning, he's a Real Madrid fan.
No, you see, relax. Let me explain this. Real Madrid is my first love as far as football is concerned. I've been supporting Real Madrid since I was in like grade 4. You know, so Liverpool, they came around like GSS 2, GSS 3, thereabout. And you know, the Premier League is the most powerful league in the world. So you cannot be the host of the EPL on Citi FM without having a Premier League team to support. But you see, you are right about one thing. When there's a Real Madrid-Liverpool game coming up, and there have been a lot in recent times, I tell myself that, oh, Charlie, this one day, be Liverpool at the support. Charlie, if they score Liverpool one, then my heart. Real Madrid scored to them. Charlie, like, it's
the conflict is real.
Yeah, it's crazy. But, like, now, if I look at the way Real Madrid are doing their things,
you're comfortably a Liverpool fan.
Charlie, I'm here. I'm happy. I'm happy here. I'm happy.
I'm sure we'll ask him to list that because he's one of those supporters who say in England I support Liverpool, in Spain it's Real Madrid, in France it's PSG.
I don't have a friend team. I beg you.
Oh,
I beg you.
But those supporters insist. They exist. So Benjamin Nketia, as you're aware, that's our Saturday anchor. Usually he's supported by 2 men. The first one, everybody likes to listen to him when his team is winning. Everyone likes to listen to him when his team is losing. No Chelsea fan wants to listen to him when Chelsea are losing. They hate him and they love him in equal measure. His best friends are all Chelsea fans. Christopher Nimley, ladies and gentlemen. When Chelsea won the Champions League, before the Champions League final, he said there was no way Chelsea were going to win. When Chelsea won, he said Pep Guardiola handed it to Chelsea. So no matter what Chelsea does, they can never win in Christopher Nimley's eyes.
Tell the Chelsea faithful that this season, from Coach Nimley, Inke Eba Joey Amesemi. Do you understand that guy?
Translate.
It will always be bitter in their throat because I will always be there for them. They know the way I do it. It will get Rudiger is still around. So once Rudiger is still around, I'm still around. That's it.
So that's Christopher Nimley for you. He's always supported by Yaminta, who is not here. On Sunday, of course, our Sunday anchor is none other than, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nathan Carl. Nathan is here. A very lovely man.
The guy do red and black also. They say breakout season incoming for Ole.
It's about to end.
Ole breakout season incoming.
Which Ole breakout season? Which Ole breakout season?
Ole's #1 critic.
This is Ole's final season as a Man United manager. Mark it.
He has started. So that's Nathan Kwao. Always reliable, always insightful, and always holding us down on Sundays. On Sundays, always supported by a man that you've heard his voice. So if you haven't seen the man and you've heard his voice, it sounds like he was born at Buckingham Palace. I'm sure you've heard him on Sundays. Ladies and gentlemen, Frimpong is the Sunday guy. There he is.
Frimpong.
In it. You in it? How are you?
I'm alright.
Tell us about you've been a part of the Citi FM coverage in the last year. What's that experience been like?
I think it's been interesting.
Is it?
Getting a chance to live out a dream, I wanted to be a footballer, it didn't work out. I wanted to be a coach, still in the works. And now I get the opportunity to, explore the punditry world thanks to Citi. Prior to coming here, I used to just listen, but I didn't actually know it was Citi. Yeah. I was just listening to wherever I'll get the commentary, and it was actually Citi, and it was actually really, really good. Right. Then the halftime punditry talk got me interested, and then eventually I found my way here.
Yeah. That's exciting. What you said here? The in that's Frimpong. Of course, Daniel Cransing is always here as well. He's on leave, so today he's not here on a regular. He'll make his way here sometime. Dennis Nyaku is also here. Dennis, you've heard him a few times, also on Citi FM. A big Chelsea fan, always on scorecard as well. So that's basically what it is as far as Citi FM's coverage is concerned. Lots of incredible talent, as you can see. The insight's always wonderful. And apart from the Citi FM commentary, we have so many other shows, of course, that support the coverage. One of them is on radio. It's Scoreline on Sunday evenings at 6 p.m. That's basically the official run show as far as Premier League fans are concerned. At 6 p.m., everybody is calling because everyone has a thing to say. Benjamin Nketiah hosts that. Ben, I'm sure you've heard so many interesting things from so many fans every Sunday at 6 p.m. Whether their team lose, their team wins, there are people that will never stop calling.
Chelsea fans and United fans are the angriest of the lot. Oh. No, but you see, let me say something. You see, the protest is fine, but are you happy with the state of your team?
Oh.
I just won a title. Even if it's a COVID title, I just won a title. What you don't understand is that yours is 4, which is very temporary.
All right, so Arsenal fans are
Friend, I need you to tell Arsenal fans that when they talk about class and permanence and stuff like that, they can discuss such with Manchester City and Chelsea fans. I am a Liverpool fan. You can't talk to me like that.
Oh!
If you're an Arsenal fan, you can't talk to me like that.
Okay, calm down.
You understand?
You see, this is Liverpool talking. For 30 years. For 30 years. And they were still able to survive. For 30 years. Now they just won one trophy. And suddenly the world should come to an end. Because they won one.
Maza, the time they spent in the desert was almost equal to the time the Israelites spent in the wilderness. They almost spent the same amount of years in the wilderness without winning a trophy. And you want to talk about class and permanence and form and permanence? What are you talking about? Hey, go and find some come here and eat.
Yes. So anyway, so Ben, you're talking about scoreline.
Yeah, just a quick one on scoreline. So before it used to be very pundit heavy. Yeah. Now it's very caller and supporter heavy. So it's about 30 to 45 minutes of interactions with supporters. So right after the games are over, you can call into the show, express your thoughts about your club. Text messages, voice notes, whatever it is, just bring it to us. We'll hear you out.
The scoreline. And a lot of there are so many other people that do a lot of background work here at Citi FM and the Citi Sports team. One of them, I'm sure you've all heard their voice, usually on Sports Flash at 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. And now she's doing incredibly well also on radio and not just production works. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the only female voice on our desk, Rita Mensah. There she is.
Fine. Noko bright and shine. Oh, no. Lilelicious.
Rita can get a louder applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
You can rate the lily. Just rate the lily.
It's not. Oh, Rita gets a flag. Okay. It's not easy being in this male-dominated industry, and she came in as an intern, worked her way up, and now she runs a full bulletin at 5 p.m. on Monday to Friday. I've been incredibly impressed with her development, and she's a big Chelsea fan, of course, but she's one of those people that doesn't really care about. She's a very pessimistic Chelsea fan. It's like, don't get your hopes up every single time. But Rita, you've been with us for almost 2 years now. Tell us about what it's been like doing sports among these troublesome men.
I mean, it's not been easy. Sometimes I have to man the desk on my own, but I think it's just a learning process. So so far I've learned a lot, and then I'm still improving. So it's been a good ride so far.
Yeah. All right. Put your hands together for her. She's been incredible. Rita Mensah, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So like I said, there are two other people we're missing. One of them, of course, is Daniel Cranting. And the reason he's not here is because he's on leave. Jan Minter also has an engagement. So Daniel, I'm told, is here. He'll be up here very shortly. I've dragged him to leave his sleep space and come all the way here as well. More good there. So.
Oh. This is a personal attack. This is a personal attack.
Okay. All right. So Arsenal fans have come here with violence, and they're attacking Liverpool fans
all over the place.
They attack Chelsea fans. They attack. They are here with violence. They're attacking everybody everywhere. But also, at the same time, I'm sure, I don't know how many of you listen to, if you listen to Citi FM during the Euros, you must have heard something called the Euro Minute, the Citi Sports Euro Minute. We're bringing a Citi Sports Premier League Minute back for the entire season, courtesy our sponsors Betway. So that's something you'll be hearing a lot more this season. But also, more importantly, the radio coverage is supported by TV coverage as well. We may not have live coverage of the matches on TV, but we have a show that is dedicated to replaying the action for you on Citi TV. That's called Scorecard. And for those of you that watch Scorecard on TV on Sundays, it's been an incredible journey, of course. Christopher Nimley and Daniel Cranting always... The protest is still going on. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. They came with...
Chelsea, one United, one Chelsea, one Liverpool. That's all. No, we are bandits. Wow.
All right. Okay. So what's happening is that, Kofi, go, please. You have to understand that we are also live on radio. So we are also live on radio. So we can't constantly engage in the banter. But okay. Calm down, Arsenal fans. Calm down. All right. Okay. All right, Arsenal fans. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Arsenal. They've won the debate. A big trophy. You've won. Yes. Congratulations. Honorable Sam George is the first speaker of the Arsenal Debaters Club.
All painte be painte, all win, all trophy be trophy. So we've won the trophy even before the Community Shield. So yes, but we are registering our protest that Citi FM is here to have a management policy decision against having Arsenal pundits. And that is why we now understand how the commentary and the analysis have always been biased against Arsenal. You put your team out and we see Manchester United, Fentio Taheru, Chelsea, Liverpool. The only person I mean, and even the general manager, Aloski, Liverpool, programs manager, Jessica Paris Aforo, Jutu, Manu. Why?
The MD is an Arsenal fan.
The MD is so busy he doesn't take part in the discussion.
All right. Okay. All right. Kofigo, thank you. Kofigo, 1 minute. Let me finish introducing my team. I mentioned Daniel Cranton. He's just joined us. Ladies and gentlemen, he's a Leicester fan this season. Put your hands together for him. Daniel Cranton is here. He said he's a Leicester fan this season. What? All right. So Cranton,
Thank you.
every season he changes the team he supports. This season he's a Leicester fan. Daniel, welcome.
I'm a football fan. I'm a football fan. And you see, we've reached a stage where Leicester City are more competitive than our brothers. Oh, it's true. Oh, it's true. Oh, it's not true.
Yes. Leicester are more competitive than Arsenal. That's true. That is true.
It's true.
That is true.
Oh, that is true. Oh,
but
why
it's
is it
true.
not true.
They won the league.
They finished above you. 2 seasons ago.
They finished above you.
3 seasons ago, they finished above. 4 seasons ago,
They won the league.
They won the league.
This
Don't do
season
that.
they won the
Don't
FA
do
Cup.
that.
All right.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
All right. So on top of that, we also have the City Sports FPL, the biggest FPL in this country, and the code, of course, is available now. So for those of you listening on radio, the code is YRBVJ4. YRBVJ4. That's the City Sports FPL code. For those of you who are interested, of course, enjoy yourself, and I'm sure it'll be very competitive. Kickoff is almost here. Let me run it again. Yes, the code again, YRBVJ4. Yes, Y for yes.
So this the public league. This is the public league. Yes.
Yes. Y for yes. R for radio. B for Bernard. V for Van Persie. J for Jesus. And then 4, the numeral. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Van Dijk's number.
Yes, 4. So YRBVJ4. That's the City
They
Sports.
said 4 for Chelsea's position this year. That's what somebody said.
We'll take it.
Then Arsenal get 3.
No, Arsenal gets 6 and below. 6 and below. All right, kickoff is almost here with us. What we would do is quickly, for those of you who are here as well, the cocktail bar is free. So just
Please,
enjoy
cocktail
yourself.
is ready.
Yes.
Finger food is also ready.
So the drinks are free. Enjoy yourselves. But what we will do right now is basically build up to the game itself between Leicester City and Manchester City. Remember, we will do the launch itself at halftime. Bernard Avler, the general manager for Citi FM, Citi TV, will be here to do that for us, along with our sponsors. But the starting lineup for the two teams are out now, and Nathan will take us through what that's going to be like. This is, of course, the big curtain raiser. And for the members of my team, thank you very much. You can take your seats. And Christopher, you can stay and build up to the game with Nathan. Thank you.
From RB Leipzig. And Arsenal's pursuit of Brighton's Ben White.